Hello there, everyone. Hello, my KNWXers. It's been a while since we've had to do any sort of, severe weather watch, but here we go again. It is almost April. Spring break is next week, so of course we are now have thunderstorms now coming into southeast Michigan because it's spring. Now we don't usually get thunderstorms this early in the year, but I guess they can happen any time of the year. So here we go. As you can see, uh, we do have some thunderstorms rolling through the any areas south of Bad Axe. It seems like has the more likelihood of seeing severe weather or any type of uh strong thunderstorm. So and yes, some of these storms could be on the severe side. We need more information on that in order to get a look on what we could see in the next 4 to 3 days. Uh, so definitely will be watching this. I will, if this thing stains or gets worse on the models, then I will make another video. I'll make another video on this. Sorry for taking quite a break. As you can see, I've got OBS. Not OBS. I've had OBS. I have gotten um a better radar that I could use actually on streams. So and I also have a route for storm chasing in the summertime. So, at least with my bike, not the safest, but it's the best I can work with. But Friday seems relatively rainy at the start, but I feel like we should watch out for the end of the day. Well, actually, in the middle of the night. So I'm gonna be up for that. 2 a.m. This is as you can see, there's lots of lightning and thunderstorms going through the area. Some of them being possibly strong. And behind this, as you can see, give it a second to load. There we go. Yeah, apparently that file does not want to load. Uh, if we roll through, this is the same time the thunderstorms are hitting. Oh, it's a little over. As you can see, some stronger wind gusts are now entering the area. Now it's gonna be like this all day. It's gonna be quite windy, but by tomorrow, not tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, might want to be having that power uh kit or generator ready because I mean, look down here in Chicago, 70-mile-per-hour wind speeds. Whoo! Those are relatively strong. And these could be pushed down to the surface. I mean, we're looking at 18Z Saturday, 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts going throughout the day, with maybe a localized 60 if those 60-mile-per-hour wind speeds get up there. And look during winter or not winter, gosh dang it, spring break, we got more wind, more and more wind, and that day is looking like another possible severe setup for the morning hours next week for spring break. But it could happen any time. Those times are adjusting. Let's look at the precipitation. All right, here we go. As you can see, it's we do have this little snow band coming out tonight. It's gonna start as rain, but you know, it expected to be a little chillier than usual Wednesday morning. I mean, the new usual is like 40 degrees over here in southeast Michigan. So, but all that red is basically warmer temperatures. Look at all these little isolated thunderstorms coming into play, and oh boy, we got a lot of scattered rain showers, especially during the night hours. There's just tons of strong thunderstorms possibly going through the area, and maybe if the shear is strong enough, we could have supercell activity. We still need more updates on that. Your best chances for like tornadoes and bigger events or a squall line would be down here, but we still need to watch this very carefully. And then, of course, Saturday is going to be quite windy. If you're near the Traverse City area, there you go. No, it seemed like the end of snowy season, but remember, you're in the north. It's only the southern parts of southern Michigan that will, get more lucky with the warmer weather. So as you can see, we have this another big trough from the Gulf of Mexico pumping upward up to the very tippity top of southern peninsula Michigan. We could have supercells or isolated thunderstorms developing along here, and then a big line developing here. And as you can see, that will slowly push through. Uh, and these can all be thunderstorms, strong to severe. Because, well, usually whenever they're in a line like that, it's usually not good news for people who don't like severe weather. But I do. Anyways, here's a temperature. Uh, so as you can see, we do have again the cold wave tonight and into Thursday. But Friday, oh my gosh, it's gonna be like you're getting shot out of an actual cannon. You're gonna be waking up to, you know, lots of 40s, maybe an isolated 50, or mid 40 somewhere. By midday, you could reach above, or like the you could reach the mid to lower 60s. That will slowly go away, but you guys can see it stays warm. It stays pretty consistent all night long. We get another cold wave for this weekend. As you can see, just in time for spring break. Boom. Monday, looking really warm out there. I mean, some areas could be lucky enough to see a 70 during spring break. That's, again, mostly areas to the south. You could get to upper 60s to lower 70s, or just on the 70 mark. But as you see, another cold wave. So this seems like a repeating pattern, which, by the way, is not good if you hate severe weather. I'm gonna say if you hate severe weather, because I like it. I'm guilty of that. So, uh, basically, let's be on the lookout all spring, because it looks like we could have a couple waves of it's gonna get cold, and then it's gonna be instant like 60s, maybe even 70s. Then big thunderstorms roll across, maybe even a squall line, supercells, anything it wants to be, and that will push through the area. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Cape. Now, the Cape here won't seem that bad, but remember, this is low resolution, so I can't get the most out of it. So as you can see, we get some of that activity around here. This doesn't seem like much, but remember, this is a lot less of a model, so it doesn't really like get you view the bigger picture for it. So doesn't look like tornadoes would be like the biggest threat, but a 2% tornado risk might be needed for isolated tornadoes, because if you see like something like a circle or something over there, it's not good, because the tornado parameters are pushed up a little bit, but not much there. The Cape, from where we're looking at, supercell activity could be up. Dew points 56, temperatures up to 59, and it looks like it's a pretty straight shot up for severe weather. So we need to be watching that. So yeah, there's that. And then as you can see, quickly moves through the area. Again, not a high resolution, but we have another big wave of energy to go across the area. Not going to get too much on that. So let's take a look at cheer. See what type of activity we're looking at. Supercell, like, what are we getting? So as you can see, there's the cold wave tonight. So winds could be a little up there. But as you can see, the shear seems relatively pretty high. It's not the highest, but it seems pretty uh you know could have an isolated tornado, but it's pretty doubtful. But the next wave on Wednesday, whatever the heck is going on here, whoo boy, seems like we got some shear coming along on Wednesday. So, because as I said, those look like some little supercells going along that line. So we're gonna be careful of next week. Uh, this could go away because this is about let me see, a little under 200 hours out. So, not much you're gonna get there. We're gonna move from the Euro to the GFS. All right, we're gonna move straight to Cape. So it's probably gonna have a different story about everything. So remember, low resolution model is not gonna give you, only that the bigger levels of Cape. So for a little area, you will not be able to look at Cape that well, other than areas that are just big bulges of Cape. So not much I can do there. So as a little Cape goes through the area. Uh, Again, could have isolated severe weather. It's little waves going through on Monday because we saw there were a little bit of isolated stuff going through on Monday. But look, this brings the Gulf Trough way up, and we see what I like to call the big zone. Now, uh, as you can see, these gate values are relatively high. I mean, I'm gonna push uh Flint area. This is Flint area on the GFS. Holy freaking crap! Seems like we got some of those little tornado parameters. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. My dad wants this significant hail. So we're gonna need to watch that. Supercell says none, but still gonna watch it. Now we do have a little bit of a thingy right here. So stuff like this could be a little worrying for severe weather and stuff like this. You know, stuff like that. If it's going all around like this, then I'd be severely worried. But this is a little watchy zone. Look at those temperatures, 73. That is a bit hot. So we're definitely gonna watch that. So Wednesday, next week, if the front continues to seem like it's gonna push through our area, I will put something out for that Sunday or Monday as we get closer to these little severe weather event days. But it really depends on the timing of the front. Like, will you get convection or not? Something like that. A lot of wind is getting pushed down to the surface, so this would be a high wind event in my understanding of the weather. Cape, you cannot see it; it's a little off the screen, but it says 2,500 basically. So we're gonna have to keep a watch on that. Uh, so that goes through the area, and then it's relatively blank. So let's take a look at the precipitation rate. Now, this is just as expected. You get those good-looking thunderstorms to go through the area Saturday, early morning hours to, you know, Friday night. You get that little bit of activity going through on Monday, maybe a marginal to general thunderstorm risk, and then there's the Wednesday thing. It seems like two waves. Now, this little thing, it seems like nothing, but remember, that could be just a cluster of supercells. So, because I don't think supercells are going to be, you know, I don't think supercells are going to be this big. You can't see it, it's a little off screen. I don't think supercells are able to look like this, okay? This is a bunch of baloney. Okay? That's not a supercell. That seems like just a lot of heavy rain. I mean, you could say the same here, but there's clusters of it, and there's the same thing I was talking about, so it could be pushing supercells to the area. Again, can't get much from the less high resolution models. Let's take a look at the NAM here. Now the NAM is trying to get a grasp on this. There we go. There's the little snow wave tonight. Just the NAM likes to go crazy with ice storms. Okay, doubt this. This will not happen. Little ice storm up there, probably not going to happen. As you can see, it's pretty confident that right here, little squall line, and remember, this low pressure is pushing north, so you got that. You have to look out for, and this thing's gonna be moving relatively fast, so it could affect the morning commute. So some wind gusts tonight could gust up to 30 to 35 miles an hour. Maybe an isolated 40-mile-per-hour gust in the southern counties of southeast Michigan. Wouldn't be too worried about tonight. But look at these wind gusts. These are ahead of the front, and then here's where the front actually is, 60 miles an hour. So you're seeing just 10 miles per hour below the severe limit. So now I'm taking a look at the CPC soon, but there's a lot of stuff pointing toward a very above average April. So definitely keep a lookout. Doesn't mean we can get one of Michigan's good old traditional snow events like we did last year. That thing was random. I don't know what in the world that was. That was an event and a half. Now let's take a quick look at the 18Z. It's more relative. As you can see, remember, it's the early morning. The sun is down. This isn't even convection. 56 degrees. Imagine that in the middle of the night. You're gonna feel like it's summer. I don't know about you, but those mornings do a little better. Now it says it'll break apart, but remember there's more showers and thunderstorms along ahead of this, and the NAM usually isn't too uh much of the best model, so definitely still have to watch out. Let's take a quick look at the dew points. Dew points are gonna be pretty up there. 55, 54. Step here. Marginal, the Cape is gonna be a little up. Remember, this isn't the most best. This isn't even a convection allowance. This is still a regional model, so it's not the best of the best. And a lot of people say the NAM is really bad. So we're still gonna watch it because who says that it cannot be wrong someday? So here's the temperature outlook. As you can see, southeastern Michiganders, you're around here, okay? Um, as you can see, there's a lot of warm air building up, and it's pushing the cold air back up. So as you can see, it's kind of fluctuating, but it seems like pretty above average April. This is the precipitation outlooks. Basically the same. So not gonna have the dry April. Now we're gonna go take a look at the actual CPC. All right. Here we go. Now remember, Southeast Michiganders, you live right here. Uh, well, you know where you live. You're not dumb. So as you can see, above average. This is the April 2023 outlook. You can take a quick look, and we're gonna switch over to precipitation. All right. You know what's worrying about this though is that it's basically what I was saying. These little troughs are gonna come through, and basically these big precipitation bands will be pushing through Michigan. So we're gonna be watching this. Okay, we're gonna be watching this. Now let's. I think we're gonna end it there. Make sure you hit subscribe, ring the notification for more severe weather updates in the future, and I hope you have a great day.